Yeah.
Got you. Oh, that was quick.
You're not worthy. Stop. Stop.
I'm
You're not
worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy.
The elevator's more worthy than you are.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, burn.
Alright. What's up, guys? What music is that?
Oh, that's I'm watching Markiplier shit.
There we go.
We're doing a podcast, damn it.
I turned it off.
Damn it. Alright.
Damn it. I'm trying to figure out the One Piece.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of... I don't think this is the name yet. We're still working on some names, but as far as I could get within the last 20 minutes was Spoiled Pears. This is the Dope Pear podcast spoilercast. Now, this episode in particular, we are going... Sorry, I'm sharing the view link to the... I cut off mid-sentence. I'm really sorry. We're going to be discussing Avengers: Age of Ultron because everybody here has seen it, and we're going to get into some pretty spoilery territory because this is a spoiler cast. But we're also going to go over to some other stuff like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and some other stuff in the MCU to talk about all this stuff.
Yep.
And I know a couple of you haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so we're not going to spoil it too much. But it... Huh?
Okay.
I just said I love it. Sorry.
I am worthy. Look at that.
Yeah. I thought that was made of Nerf.
Shut up. It's Mjolnir.
It's awfully well balanced.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to have the swing too. It's not something like that. I don't remember that part entirely.
Nice.
It's gotta be like that because you swing too hard, messes up all. Yeah. So I don't think we did introductions yet. So
We haven't done introductions yet. I am the worthy one. I'm Nathan, also known as Six on the website, and everything else.
I'm Jonathan, or AKA Warhead 2K89 on the website. I gotta check that.
Yeah? Yes.
Natalia's yes.
Ghost.
No, I was talking to someone else. I'm Natalia. Hi.
No.
Oh my god, there's a baby! Sorry.
I think I've had too much.
Fireball.
There we go. Good.
No such thing.
All right,
Keep drinking.
So who's next?
Patrick?
I am Patrick, known as Grumpy Winter on the Rooster Teeth website.
And last,
we have...
I am
Yeah, go ahead.
Thomas. I don't know the name. I'm just Thomas.
Okay, so since this is an Avengers spoiler cast, who would be who? Let's do this real quick.
I'd be the Hulk. I know that for a fact.
Okay, Jonathan would be the Hulk.
Have you heard me when I
Iron
drive?
Man. I'm Iron Man. I call Iron Man.
I personally call
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, since Nat's the only girl, and Nat and Nat, she'd be Black Widow.
I guess.
Or she could.
Pretty sure I'm not as badass.
Or
but
she could be what's
Maria?
her name?
Maria Hill.
Yeah, Maria Hill.
I'd rather be Natasha.
Natasha Romanoff.
Romanoff.
Yeah.
I think I would either be Thor, since, hello, or Cap. I don't really know.
Here's the thing, though.
You got the facial hair. Be Thor.
Yeah.
Zaha!
Yeah, I got the RBJ goatee going on. So I can be
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah. Plus, you already have some sort of armor, so you have that covered. I just have to go with just pants and ripped.
Yeah, this isn't, I'm going to post this in the link, whatever we're going to call that. This isn't Avengers related, but since it is May 4th, may the 4th be with you, by the way, it's National Star Wars Day. Patrick...
Hold on. I almost messed up.
Almost sounds like we did.
Live long and
Secret, you
That
guys?
is the wrong one there,
Force
buddy.
be with you.
I've actually never seen a Star Wars movie all the way through.
What?
Really? Alright, she's out. She's out.
I'm
Right now.
so sorry.
Get the duct tape and a DVD player. We're gonna fix this.
All right, but anyway, as I was saying, Patrick
So I'm
who
back.
cosplays. He is doing a Sith Lord for RTX for a fact, and he did it. What was the convention you just went to, Patrick? Will you listen to me for a second? Stop talking.
It was called Congregation. It was a brand new convention this year. First year they did it.
But anyway, he posted a picture of his Sith Lord costume in progress, and it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'll
That's,
say that.
Oh wait, that was you, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's not done yet. We're gonna try and work on the chest piece underneath the armor plates, the cog piece, and the breastplates, so it doesn't pop out as much. So it's more flat.
Oh, nice.
It
All
looks
right.
better.
All right, let's get straight into. Well, not straight into because we've been bullshitting for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, let's get straight into the spoilercast. To start off.
Also, just hold on. Fair warning to anybody that's still watching and hasn't seen the movie. It's going to be a lot of spoilers.
So if you don't want to get spoiled, then click off of this. Do not fucking watch this show. Click off of it
Go
now.
watch the movie now.
Here.
Exactly.
Just go to lemonparty.org and you'll find a lot of good stuff there.
Go to meatspin.com and then head to Good Alternative. So
spoilers.
spoilers, yes, spoilers. Bottom line.
Alright,
So
let's continue.
who did you guys think was gonna die?
Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
The way
I
that
think so,
they
yeah.
made him have a family and all this other shit, like, oh, they're gonna tear our hearts out.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I really liked how they did all that build up. Yeah, they focused on Hawkeye a lot more, and I like how they built up that he might be dying and then he didn't die.
Okay, I got a thing for this. Did anyone else get confused whether or not Romanoff actually knew about his family or no?
She knew.
At first, I was very
She knew.
confused.
You think she knew, or she was
yeah.
just as surprised because
Yeah,
there was
she
a point where Hawkeye's daughter's like, did you bring Aunt Nat? So I was like, so she knew? I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
But I think that dealing with Hawkeye had a kid and she can't have kids, so maybe that's why she was looking off in the distance. And
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, also you gotta keep in mind that Barton or Hawkeye and Black Widow, especially in the MCU or especially in the movies we've seen so far, are very close. Like in Avengers,
Yeah, so-
they talked about how close they were.
That's
So-
what
I
I
don't
was
think they'd really be able to keep it from each other.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of surprised when when Hawkeye first gets like in the first minutes when he gets hit and he's back at Stark's lab getting fixed, and he's like, oh yeah, tell that to the girlfriend. He's like, I don't have a girlfriend. I thought they were gonna like pan to Romanoff, but they didn't.
Well, he wasn't
let's
lying
go
when he
ahead.
said that, so I guess.
Let's go
So
ahead
that
and point out because we didn't say it. If you want to participate in tonight's episode, tweet us at #didn't bet you didn't see that spoiler. If you want to post your theories on the group or all that good jazz.
Yeah, I got a couple of theories about the hammer and all this other stuff,
Oh, really?
and we'll get to that soon. But yeah, no, there was a lot of stuff that did confuse me in the movie, but I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed it. This is probably the only movie I've actually gone and paid twice to go see.
What I really liked was Avengers to me seemed sort of mainstream. Like Avengers to me seemed like they were trying to adhere to all sorts of audiences to be like, hey, these movies are actually good. You should come see these. And then this one came out and it's straight up like for the comic book fans because there's so much shit from the comics that's very resonant in the movie.
Yeah, like especially like when I went to go see it Thursday night, the line was crazy. I posted a pic in the group me, and that line was huge. But since it was different times, we all knew that we were all gonna get in to see it in time. We were gonna get good seats and all that. As soon as the Vision scene came on, everyone in the theater jumped up. Was like, "What? What's going on?" I almost cried and I was speechless. I was like, "What?"
I knew it was happening just because I'd seen all the press for it and there had been
I didn't.
pictures.
I went in without seeing anything other than the original trailer.
You didn't see the other two?
Huh?
You didn't see the other two trailers?
No,
Nope.
I strictly didn't watch those. I strictly did not watch those.
Like when you guys told me that Vision was on the poster, I was like, "Are you sure?" And I looked. I'm like, "Oh crap, he was. How did I miss that?" Because for the longest, like when I was in there, I was so hyped that after he picked up the hammer, I was like, he kind of because he has the same color scheme as I forget it's a different universe. That's why I was getting confused from the DC universe of.
Were you thinking of
the
Martian
guy-
Manhunter?
No, not well. He kind of had that feel to it, but he wasn't Martian Manhunter. It was the guy that was supposedly very lucky that could get out of anything. He had Barbotus or something with him.
I don't think
know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But I mean, it was to the point where I thought it was that one. I was like, wait, this is the wrong universe. So who is he? And then people kept saying Vision, Vision, Vision throughout the movie. I'm like, oh, I get it now.
But okay, since you brought that up, how do you guys think that the Vision?
I think Nathan broke up.
Did I break up?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Why do you guys think that the Vision could hold Thor's hammer? Because supposedly only the people who are worthy can hold Thor's hammer. So, how do you guys think he can hold Thor's hammer?
From what you told me, I agree. But like my own theory was, oh crap, cops. But my own theory was that since he was just AKA born, that the hammer bases it on intentions, and the fact that he was just born, he had no actual intentions like that.
Yeah.
So that's my theory was like, so what if a baby, like what if say Hulk had a kid, and no, not Hulk, like some random baby, and he comes in and the baby picks up the hammer. Like how do you explain that? That my theory gets proven right. Like, would the baby be able to pick up the hammer if that?
My theory on that is that it's a matter of goodwill. I mean, the Vision believed in protecting all life. That enabled him to have the power to use the hammer. Because Thor wants to protect and save life. That's what the Vision wanted to do.
But but here's the thing with that theory. So does Captain America.
No, Captain America is okay with killing people. Vision would not do that as a last resort. He hates killing. Captain America doesn't really mind it so much.
Okay.
Well, also in the comics, Captain America was able to pick up the hammer, and they nodded to that in the movie when everybody else couldn't move it, and he
Yeah.
Big competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My theory. Go ahead.
I was with a friend that I haven't seen in a while when we went to go see the movie with my group, and y'all remember the scene after that when they were trying to pick up the hammer that Ultron comes walking in.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I'm gonna switch it to anime. Have you guys seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
As soon as he walked in, I leaned toward her and went, "Dada," and she started crying.
So,
she's like, I can't believe you pulled a Full Metal Alchemist. And I thought about it. I was like, oh my god, you're right.
we have our first question.
Oh, really?
Well, I was gonna say my theory before I went to that.
All right, go to your theory.
Good.
What I told John last night was my theory on how the Vision could pick up his hammer was the fact that, in essence, he possesses the Mind Gem. He possesses an Infinity Stone. That was my theory.
Mhm.
Is that when he's being made in the cradle, Ultron takes the gem out of Loki's scepter and puts it on his forehead. Everybody knows that's a part of the Vision. I actually, is that in the comics that's a part of him? Is he has an Infinity Stone? Okay, I didn't
think
know
it
that
might be.
because
I
I'm
have
not
to double
super
check.
caught up with the Vision. But yeah, see, it's a spoiler cast. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Anyway, so I think that's what it is. That's my theory, is that he could pick it up because he was already worthy, because he had that power already in him.
I mean, and there's another big spoiler. Vision and Wanda, Scarlet Witch, they got married in the comics.
Who did?
Yeah,
They're a couple.
yeah, the Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Seriously?
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So,
If
and
you
that's
know,
very-
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny whenever the Vision ended up saving Wanda. I was like,
So this is how
that
they're gonna
could
play
probably
it
lead
out.
to something. Yeah.
Of course, I mean, there's the whole thing where she goes crazy and unwinds the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta unwind the universe.
Sometimes you just gotta unwind.
And kill billions and billions of people in the process.
So Thomas, you were saying?
About the question. Catlin wants to know what were our favorite moments from Age of Ultron.
Ooh.
I'll have to go with the first time, the only time Ultron just like cut off the guy's hand.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that like it hurt.
Yeah.
We still do this thing. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this anger.
My favorite moments were whenever Ultron kind of like broke away from the bad guy type of image and just started talking like Tony.
Yeah. I thought I liked that too.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Probably mine has to be. God damn, there were so many good moments. I really have to think about this. Wow. I think when it might be because I'm sentimental and hopeless romantic when Romanoff finally kisses Bruce Banner and then throws him off the cliff. I think that's gotta be my best moment because I saw it coming. Like, yeah.
My favorite moment would have to be when Ultron first shows up and everyone's having a party. They're all playing around with a hammer, and he just walks in all trashed in suit. And it's like it's such a creepy moment. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just so disturbing to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite part is because I really enjoy it. I can't really think about my favorite part. One of the things that I loved was how they had the perfect combination of serious and funny. Like, that movie was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Especially the whole, Cap doesn't like that kind of language. Like, they nonchalantly brought that out through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was never overused.
The beginning is definitely one of my favorite parts because I laughed so fucking hard in the movie theater whenever he said shit and he said language, and then later on Tony's like, "Is nobody gonna bring up the fact that Cap just said language?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fury, you son of a bitch! Wow. Whoa, you kiss your mom with that language? Oh, you kiss your mom with that mouth?
When Hulk and Iron Man are fighting, and he knocked one of his tooth out, and he just looked at him and was like,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
See, when I saw it the first time, I didn't know what happened. I thought he just made him really pissed. And when I saw it the second time, I was like, oh my god, you knocked out a tooth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Then you just see him flying through the sky. It's like, oh, that's what happens. Yeah, that was a good part. I want to be honest, I had a disappointment in the beginning because I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra soldiers all have this matching uniform get-up.
Yeah.
And when you get to see Strucker, there's just a bunch of guys in random clothes. This is the main Hydra base. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was a little unsure about that. Hold on. Shut up. The dog's growling. Sorry about that. One of the things I thought was really interesting, and we can go ahead and get into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is how they were able to tie that all in. And I have a theory for you, Patrick and Nat. Do you remember at the end of... Okay, Nat, are you caught up?
Yes.
With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Okay, do you remember when at the very... episode 19, the Dirty Half Dozen, I think. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Whenever Coulson's like, Theta Protocol is ready, call in the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think my theory, I think Theta Protocol was the new Avengers facility.
I don't know, because Tony had that set up already.
Yeah.
So I think that we don't know what Theta could be yet. It could be a bunch of things, because the new Avengers facility was set up after the Age of Ultron basically trashed his place.
Well, see, I don't know is if I don't know if Theta Protocol is the same thing that Coulson was working on the entire time about getting all the bunks, getting all the therapists and stuff like that, because it looked like he was collecting powered people.
Yeah.
If he's collecting powered people, that ties in to me to the very end of the Avengers. Whenever you see the new Avengers team.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe the whole point was to get a new Avengers team. They knew they'd have to evolve with their powered people. They couldn't keep the same people all the time.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think it's not just an Avengers team. I think it's the Avengers Initiative. They're gonna make a team for every state and country around the world. They're just gonna make an entire nation statewide teams around the entire planet.
That actually makes more sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because you see them traveling all over the place, getting these power people, like, and you never see them in the Avengers, or like, where the hell are all these people that Coulson was meeting?
Yeah. I don't know if I care for what Joss Whedon said, because I really would have liked to see Coulson in the new Avengers, but Joss Whedon in an interview said that to him, Coulson is dead. In the movies, Coulson is dead. He said, we've kind of confused some people with the TV show, but you'll see later how the TV show will tie into Age of Ultron. I hope that later on down the line...
Yeah, because when you say that, like, you know, Coulson's dead, they kind of make that point in season 1 when he has to help... where Coulson has to help an agent that he trained, because she's like at the end of it, she's like, so what did they did Coulson? Oh, you know, he died and came back. Like, what did they do with him? What are you talking about? Nothing, and then just leave it at that.
Yeah. I think they covered that part though, because that was basically about, you know, the whole Tahiti alien blood thing in season 1. Which
they explain it later how he got brought back to life.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking interesting. But I hope that later on down the line, closer to like Infinity War, they bring it back in, because I really like Coulson.
He's one of my favorite characters, actually.
He was sort of like the comedic relief in the first one.
Yeah. Like, has anyone like seen, like, what's everyone's opinion of the whole real Shield bullshit that this Gonzalez guy?
That confuses the fuck out of me. I don't know what that is.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Real Shield? It's in the second season.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not up there yet.
It's just
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know who to trust, like, because Coulson's kind of shady, but I trust Coulson.
Yeah, Coulson's still doing the job Fury gave him.
Somewhat.
This is a group of people that think Fury's dead, so they're going to do their own thing and try to make the world a better place by having no complete transparent leadership where everyone gets a vote on what goes on.
I don't think with a group like S.H.I.E.L.D. you can have complete transparency, because what if someone's compromised?
Yeah, that's what everyone just scoffs at it. Like, this is the dumbest idea. How are you guys even alive?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's it's also kind of tying into the Civil War thing. That's the Civil War movie coming out, because it's a division between S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. There's Coulson and Fury's people, and Gonzalez and the real S.H.I.E.L.D. team.
I haven't seen Daredevil yet, but I know Daredevil has a point of Civil War in it. Like, I think Civil War has started in Daredevil. There was some Easter egg.
I've seen all of Daredevil, and the only thing they tie into any of the Avengers thing is they mention it in like one episode. One guy is like, "Oh, every time these heroes blow up a city, we get to make millions of dollars." And you see another guy in his office. He's got some newspaper clippings from the Avengers movie when the aliens attack. That's like the only tie-in to the entire thing.
Speaking of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., did you... Oh, go ahead, Thomas.
Go ahead.
I went back and watched Avengers again recently, because I was going to show my girlfriend that before we saw Age of Ultron. And Nat and Patrick, did you guys notice ever in the first Avengers, whenever Stark comes onto the bridge and he's talking with Coulson, he was like, "I'll fly you out to I think it was Portland."
Portland, yeah, they were talking.
And he was talking about the cellist. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, "I get the reference now."
Yeah.
Coulson has a love interest in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Before all that stuff happened, before he died. She was a cellist, and they explained that more in the thing. And then at Avengers, Tony was like, I think Cap asked if he had anybody in particular, and Tony's like, a cellist, I think.
Yeah.
So they explained that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see what they're going to do with the last episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually, because this is going to be a huge thing in the last episode. Like, shit's
what's so cool about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what I was telling Jonathan last night is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I honestly think that if they didn't do this, they would not be doing so well, because I liked the first season, but it was really kind of campy. The second
Yeah.
season. The second season is starting a storyline that's not supposed to come to the theaters for 4 more years. It's starting the Inhumans storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Inhumans movie is coming out in 2019, and they're starting it this year in 2015. Or, well, technically 2014. They started it
Yeah.
last year.
Like, that's a thing I will make a gripe with. I really wish they had Skye show up in the Age of Ultron, 'cause that would have been, like, that was a big thing. I was kind of like, oh, Skye's going to be an Avenger. She's going to show up and say, oh, she's not in here. She's not here. She's not showing up.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited to see if she ever meets up with the Avengers.
Oh, I'm sure she
Maybe.
will.
She will be a big part of Inhumans.
In the
I saw
comics,
that. Sorry. Go ahead.
in the comics, Skye is actually one of Fury's closest, like, right-hand, like, shock troop people. Like, she's basically his right hand right now in the comics.
Oh wow.
Like when a couple years back, when the Skrulls, like in the comics, there's an event called the Secret Invasion. Basically, the Skrulls came and they just shapeshifted and took over a bunch of shit and made the world go to hell. Skye was, well, she was called Quake back then, but she was one of the like 6 people Fury handpicked on his team to fight the Secret Invasion off, and she's been with him ever since. She's also a level 10 shield agent. Like, only Widow and Fury have that level of access.
Fury and who?
Widow in the comics. Like, they're the
wow.
only ones that have that level of access in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny, because in the comic books, after Fury quits it for the last time, they're interrogating her, and she basically just whips out level 10 access and leaves, and it's like, Maria Hill's in charge. And she looks at the edge like, I'm only level 8. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Like,
so I saw something. Go ahead.
No,
Finish what you're saying.
that was it.
I saw something very, very interesting. It's a theory that was posted by Movie Pilot, which I'm starting to get on the fence about, because Movie Pilot pisses me off from time to time, because you have people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about sometimes in their articles. But this one is very interesting, because what they did was they said that they think that the Thanos whole thing was started earlier on, and they put together a grid. They put together all of the Infinity Stones, and then their movie equivalents on the thing. And so far, it looks like the movie equivalent to the Infinity Stones or the Space Gems spell out Thanos.
Wait.
Like, what? I'll send you guys the link. Let me go to my Facebook real quick. But basically, what they're saying was, if you put them in order, or not in order as they appeared, but just like, okay, you have the Tesseract. The Tesseract is T. You have the Ether, which is A. You have then you have the Scepter is what they put on there for, Loki's scepter, and then the what was the orb? I don't remember what the letter of the orb was.
The orb was
orb.
I don't know why, but I thought the scepter was the Tesseract.
The scepter was a lot like the Tesseract, but it was its
when I
own
saw the first
individual
Avengers,
thing.
I thought it was manifested from the Tesseract. I thought it was like a secondary thing. But then when I started looking at some more stuff and talking about the mind control, I was like, that's probably an Infinity Stone itself.
Yeah, we all thought that too until this last movie.
Yeah.
It was basically just a house for the Infinity Stone.
Speaking about that, did you see the one about why Tony does this peace signs?
Oh,
yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
That one was very depressing.
Or the kid got killed in that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool that they have him keep holding that going through all the movies. I like that, actually.
Well,
Like,
again, this is a fan theory, so I mean.
If you go by that, it's actually really cool that he hasn't forgotten what's happened.
Yeah.
He still remembers the whole thing.
Because
There's also another one.
He obviously blames himself for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
There's also another one that I read about that part in the first Avengers whenever Loki tries to mind control Iron Man, and he puts it on his arc reactor and it doesn't do anything. If you go back to Iron Man 2, when he's trying to figure out how to make this new element to save himself because he's dying.
Yeah.
He's looking at his dad's old stuff, and in his dad's journals, there's diagrams and there's depictions of the Tesseract. So basically, what the theory is Tony made an arc reactor. He basically made a Tesseract level thing, like he made something equivalent to the Tesseract, which would mean that it would counteract.
I can see that, or it could be a matter of biology. Like the scepter is supposed to
that's what I was
take
thinking too.
like it's supposed to inject those little brain control things into your heart, which travels everywhere in a span of a second.
Oh, that is
bloodstream. But since Tony had that shield around his heart from the arc reactor, it didn't work.
That could be it too. That could be it.
I mean, I can't really see Tony. I mean, he could build a lot of stuff, but building a Tesseract level thing. I mean, that was made by gods.
But it was to the point where they didn't God, where was it? Was it in this one? I forget. Never mind.
So if you guys look at the link that I just sent you, this is basically what it's saying. Like, it's a diagram that shows the space gems from the comics, and then it's like the Tesseract is a T, the Ether is an A, the Orb from Guardians of the Galaxy is O, the Scepter from Loki's Scepter is an S. So you have two blanks missing, H and N, and right where the H is the Soul Gem, and the N is where the Time Gem is.
I wonder where the Soul Gem and the Time Gem are.
I'm gonna keep this on my mind all the time.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know how credible this is, because again, it's from Movie Pilot, and they don't always post factual stuff.
Well, it's
wow.
But it seems pretty legit, though.
It's really coincidental, though. I mean, if they get one more right, I'm going to say they're on the right track here.
Yeah. It's very. I was like, well, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Oh my god! Yeah, and I see the theory. So, and here's one. Like, if the Time Gem is H, I think it will be a powder or a sand in an hourglass. It fits the idea of time. It starts with an H and looks similar to the containers for the Tesseract and Ether. It could be introduced in Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange has some time manipulation powers. It could also show up in Thor Ragnarok.
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 That's the porn parody.
It could be used to revert the downfall of Asgard. That's actually pretty cool. They might. Oh god.
I don't know. Hey, Kat's been posting a couple of questions.
Yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and read some of them off. Let's start from the first one. Did you guys catch the Black Panther Easter egg?
Yes.
In Age of Ultron?
Not until I saw it for the second time.
I didn't catch it.
I did not.
When they're going,
And I went to go talk
Ultron is going to get vibranium. They're going to Wakanda, where all the
which is where Black Panther is. Yes.
Yeah, he rules Wakanda.
Oh.
And
Black Panther's a big part of Civil War.
Oh,
I did not know that.
Yep.
I'll have to
That's
see
where.
it then.
Yeah, in the comics, I know Black Panther helps out. I think it's not just the Avengers. I think it's Cap as well, because Cap's shield is made out of vibranium.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is in the same category. This is also another question. This is a tweet. The guy who lost his hand will be back for the Black Panther movie. We haven't seen the last of him. Do you guys know who that is?
Isn't that Kane?
No, it's Ulysses Claw.
Yeah.
He's the main villain from the Black Panther.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the guy selling the vibranium that lost his hand to Ultron. So he's going to have a claw, I'm sure.
Yeah. Ulysses Claw. The last one she's tweeted is, when Civil War comes around, whose side are you going to be on, Iron Man's or Cap's?
Hail Hydra.
Wow.
Hail Hydra.
You kissed your mother with that mouth?
Watch your language.
But yeah, that's the thing.
Well, with Iron Man.
That going.
fun.
I'd probably have to say Tony. He's like he's my favorite person.
Now, in the comics,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to stick with how they did in the comics, because in the Civil War storyline, there was a thing that wouldn't work in the cinematic universe, which is when the government was trying to have superheroes register their secret identities. There's no secret identities in the MCU. There's everybody knows who Thor.
Well, I mean, Hawkeye.
And the big thing
But
was,
he's an agent of
I mean,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah.
That's what that
like,
is.
another big thing in the comics, there are hundreds and thousands of powered people in the Marvel comic universe at that time,
Yeah.
and only like 10% of them were registered or working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So whose side was on who? Like, was Cap with the Resistance, or was Iron? Which one was it? I don't remember.
Cap was Resistance, Iron Man was for registration, because he was tired of seeing. Iron Man was tired of seeing a bunch of kids being caught in the crossfire because they couldn't contain themselves well enough. Cap wanted to keep things going the way it was because he knew registration was a bad thing, because you don't want to give the government an army of power people.
There's a fucking spider on my desk. Holy shit! It's a big motherfucker. I don't know where
You
to kill
got
it
a
with a hammer.
can, smack it.
Hit it with Thor's hammer.
Come
That
on,
shit's
man.
not gonna die.
It's not worthy.
Spray it with the Lysol that's beside you.
Come on, be a Thor man.
it's on your arm. It's on your arm.
Well, shut the fuck up. That's my tattoo.
Well, I'll be right back. I gotta go do some stuff. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I got you, motherfucker.
Hey,
I
babe, what's
am
up,
worthy,
man?
bitch.
Hey, what's that on your hat? It's moving.
It's a spider.
Fuck off.
There's a
I don't.
nice reaction to a spider right there.
That would make sense after Civil War. Not Civil War, I'm sorry. Winter Soldier, because Captain America doesn't want to trust the system because the system was fucked up. The system was corrupt.
True,
Hydra
but
was better
the
than
problem with that idea, though, is the system was torn down. The system that you're talking about was torn down. That was S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. was destroyed. So, I mean, everyone's, like, that. All the stuff that happened that was corrupt and horrible on that was all basically Hydra. And now Hydra's back in the open, and they're basically crippled already at the start of the Age of Ultron. They destroyed Hydra, pretty much.
Yeah, I noticed that too, that they kind of got rid of Hydra, so I don't know if that's going to be a continuing thing or not. That was kind of weird how quickly they wrapped up that storyline.
Well, I mean, I think they're actually going to... No, actually, I got a theory on that is they just took out the North American division of Hydra.
No. The Baron was the top Hydra head.
But there's still Hydra divisions around the world. He was located in the North America side. Like, he was running that, because all the people that were running it were killed off in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But now there's a bunch of people there's a big power void that is going to have to be filled up. Which may be an introduction for some other Hydra villains, like Baron Zemo, the Baroness, like Madame Viper.
Fair enough.
They may be using that.
I don't know where I read it. I have to find it. But there's I got super excited because they were talking about, it was an article talking about Infinity War, and they were like, they said before Infinity War, Thanos in the new movies is gonna gradually get a hold of the Infinity Stones. So when he can get all of them, like when he gets the Space Gem especially, he can take all of the villains that have been consumed by the gems and release them. So, like, what if not only you're fighting Thanos, but you're also fighting Ronan, Ultron, you're also fighting Red Skull, you're also fighting who was another one? Red Skull.
I think that was it.
No, it was Ronan, Red
Skull,
Skull, Ultron, because Ultron was the Vision zapped Ultron with the Mind Gem, so he could have been,
That's true. Let's see.
The dark elf from
Dark World.
No. He got crushed by his own ship. He's dead. He got crushed.
I thought he got consumed by the ether.
No, he got teleported after being taken from the ether. Like, he was crushed, but the ether was in him. But he was crushed to death, and they took the ether out of him.
Okay.
He's dead and gone. We're not bringing him back.
Yeah, I don't think the Red Skull's gone. I think the Red Skull is just teleported somewhere. Or trapped
I
inside
mean,
the Tesseract.
yeah, he's probably inside the Tesseract. 'Cause, I mean, he didn't die. He
sure?
just
I thought he died.
Huh? No, Red Skull, it looked like he died
but he
because
basically
he just started to disappear, but he was pretty much trapped inside the Tesseract, or teleported, because that's what the Space Gem does. It can teleport you to any known location ever, doesn't matter, universe doesn't matter, space doesn't matter, anything like that. That's one of the power. That's the basic power of the Space Gem.
Oh, and I also got a fan theory regarding Nick Fury. In the comics, they're basing MCU off the Marvel Ultimate Universe, the Ultimate comic series. Basically, that's where they're basing a bunch of the heroes off of it.
Okay.
In the Ultimate,
Go finish.
Nick Fury was the second super soldier after Captain America. Like he was he was the first. He was the prototype. He was captured in World War II because his unit was in the comics. He was working with Wilson Fisk's father, and they were going to rob an Italian, like behind the lines. They were going to rob an Italian bank during World War II or something like that. And they got caught, so they got sent to jail. And they're like, "Oh, we got all these prisoners here. Let's experiment this super soldier serum on them." And Nick survived and broke out as a super soldier. So he was the prototype to Captain America in the comic book.
Actually, a pretty cool theory.
Which kind of makes sense that he got shot 6 times, 3 to 4 times by a 50 cal sniper rifle from Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't see a normal human taking all those bullets.
That would be a cool plot twist. That would be a cool plot twist.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to ask, because you said Ultimate. I was just about to ask this, but then it quickly got shut down because they're looking at 2 individuals for the new Spider-Man. I was going to say, since they're basing this off of the Ultimate series in the comics, do you think that we would see, instead of Parker, we would see Miles Morales? But then I remembered that they're looking at two actors to play Peter Parker in Civil War. So that question didn't have any footing, actually.
The thing with there's actually my thought on that is if they do put Peter Parker in it as Spider-Man, they'll kill him off. Then they'll introduce Miles Morales.
Because that way Sony could keep Peter Parker, that Spider-Man, and Marvel could have Miles Morales.
I mean, they don't even have to name him Peter Parker. They'll just make him someone that we know. They can have Tobey Maguire, for all we know. He's just wearing a mask and he gets shot and he gets killed with the mask on. And all of a sudden, like, oh, okay, he's gone. Get the new guy. There you go. Like, you don't have to name him
Peter Parker.
Yeah, you don't have to name him Peter Parker. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. How do you feel about the actors they're choosing between to be Spider-Man, them being so young? They're really fucking young. Asa Butterfield's one. I think that's his name.
They look like babies.
Well, Spider-Man is actually in Marvel Ultimate Comics. He's like still in high school when all this stuff's going down.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing of the mainstream comics. He's like in his late 40s. Only reason he looks like he's out of his 20s is because he's got that super soldier serum from the spider running through him.
Mm-hmm.
But in the comics, in the Ultimate Edition comics, he's basically he's not even 18 yet by the time he's killed.
Huh.
I just looked up Asa Butterfield. He's one of the ones that they're looking at to be Spider-Man. And the picture that's on IMDb kind of makes me think that he could play Peter Parker. If you go ahead and look at that real quick. Also,
I'm back.
Asa Butterfield was born in '97, so that would make him.
I don't like him.
16?
He'd be turning 18, right?
I don't like this picture. I don't like this guy.
Well, I mean, when you see Peter Parker in the Ultimate Comics, he's a scrawny little nerdy-looking guy, but he's one of the strongest.
That's what this kid looks like.
I know, but I don't know. What has he been in?
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. He could do that.
Okay, maybe. I just saw the picture.
It was.
Let me look for the other one. You guys talk, and I'll look for the other.
There's a big thing in the Ultimate Comics. Nick Fury's having the Avengers, Captain America, all the others. They're fighting Green Goblin, Sandman, Doc Ock, all of Peter Parker's villains. and they bring him in. Like everyone's just so thrown. Like they had no idea he was still in high school. Nobody knew. And like they're about like, I think Captain America was giving him shit for being so young and just risking his life like that. And Fury actually backs up Peter Parker. Fury has a really close relationship with Spider-Man in the Ultimate Comics. So he basically just pushes Cap back and says, "You guys are having trouble with all these by yourselves." He's fought and beat all of them by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get that whole thing where Spidey doesn't like to work in a team because of that reason.
No, it wasn't that. Like he wanted to be in the team, but like he was he couldn't really get it. Nick was kind of holding him back from joining the Avengers because in Ultimate, like Nick had Parker's parents working on the Super Soldier program with Ant-Man and Dr. Banner, and those two idiots decided to test it on Banner. And Hulk broke out and killed both of Parker's parents. And Nick blames himself for it. So basically, like, he's Peter Parker's godfather in the Ultimate Comics.
Wait, that's in the comics?
In the Ultimate Comics.
Yeah, the Ultimate series, yeah.
Shit.
The Ultimate series was one of my favorites. I love those. I love the Ultimate Spider-Man. I love the, what was it? The Ultimate Fantastic
X-Men?
Four.
Oh, the Fantastic
X-Men.
Four.
X-Men was fucking awesome.
I like the Fantastic Four, mostly because, I mean, Susan Storm the characters were so different. The only one that stayed really the same was Reed Richards, and you can see him actually become dark. Because he's just such a dumbass. He's so smart, but he has no idea what he's really doing.
Smartest dumbass I know.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps coming up with these ultra stupid ideas that almost destroy the world. Time and time again, and like no one really notices until he's actually trying to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I found the other actor. Make sure. Oh yeah, this is the other kid that's rumored to play Spider-Man. His name's Tom Holland.
I saw him. I don't like him either.
You don't like any
him.
Honestly,
See,
Andrew Garfield.
I wanted to be Andrew. Yeah. We're joling really bad right now.
Yeah, we
I
are.
wanted it to be Dylan O'Brien from Teen Wolf and I really and Maze Runner because I really like that actor.
Dylan O'Brien?
Dylan O'Brien, yes.
Wait, is he the main guy in Teen Wolf?
Oh, he's Styles.
Haven't seen Teen Wolf.
I thought he would have made a perfect.
That'd have been
Parker.
Spider-Man.
Here, let
Yeah,
me show you a
but-
picture of him in the internship.
Yeah, no, I haven't
So
seen Teen Wolf yet, but I have all the seasons.
So what do you guys think of the Ant-Man trailers? Like,
I'm gonna go into it with an open mind,
Same.
but I'm not 100%.
The first trailer,
I'm expecting a lot.
about it. I mean, I didn't necessarily like the first one, but the second trailer I saw during Age of Ultron was pretty good.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
during Age of Ultron was pretty funny.
Like, I'm actually, like, when I first heard they were doing an Ant-Man movie, I was just like, oh, this is so stupid. It's just a guy who shrinks himself. How could they make this look cool? And I was actually happy. I was proved wrong. They made Ant-Man look like a badass.
Yeah.
And they made
I
me
share-
terrified of, like, Tonka trains at the same time.
I shared the
But
picture of
that-
Dylan
but-
O'Brien, by the way.
Let's take a look
But
at this.
that train scene though in the Ant trailer.
That was
That
funny.
was
Funny.
the best part of the trailer to me.
Yeah, like, I'm interested because Ant-Man, like, actually another thing tying back to Marvel Ultimate Comics, this isn't the original Ant-Man because, like, Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man, built the helicarriers. Like, he designed the whole thing himself.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
I-
of people.
I want to see how they tie that in because like with the end credits for Avengers, Age of Ultron, they just showed Thanos and they did it right before any of the big credits. Usually you would have to sit through the whole big credits and they
Yeah.
changed it this time. I can't wait to
Mhm.
see what they do for the next, the next movie. Like, what's gonna
I
be
really-
the special scene? Because a lot of people were like, "Yeah, I'm excited for the movie, but I'm more excited for the ending scene."
Would you have rather
Yeah,
seen
no,
that
it-
scene or the? Would you have rather seen that scene or the rumored one that everybody's talking about that Spider-Man was at the
I
very
would have
end?
wanted to see Spider-Man.
Really?
I think I would have too. The Thanos thing was cool though, where he's like, I have to take this into my own, or I'll have to do this myself. I thought that was really fucking cool. But I think I would have preferred to see Spider-Man.
Me too.
be
Yeah,
playing-
or at least some Easter egg of him, because they didn't do anything for him.
No.
And
Not
they had to film some backup stuff for Age of Ultron. Like there was there was rumored that they were doing film pickups to put Spider-Man in there, but I didn't see anything at all.
And they wanted to reveal Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Because if you introduce Captain Marvel, you can bring Marvel, like, what's her name, Miss Marvel into it. And Miss Marvel,
What's Captain Marvel's spiel? What's her
He's a Kree.
what's her stick?
no, Captain Marvel is a Kree super soldier sent on Earth. I can't remember what brought him here, but he's basically, like, Miss Marvel, he gave her all her powers. She was like she's part CIA, like, former Air Force turned CIA something, I think, when she first meets him, becomes a superhero. And she's a superhero, but fuck, she's former CIA, so she'll fuck your shit up.
Yeah, I thought Captain Marvel was a woman.
No, Miss Marvel was. Captain
Miss
Marvel
Marvel.
was a Kree.
No,
His
but
name
no.
was Bob
In the thing, they said we didn't want to reveal Captain Marvel because we didn't want to show her this, and this without her outfit. So I was like,
Showing for Captain Marvel. Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm kind of confused by.
in the comics, Captain Marvel is a Kree called Marvel, but in the movie, they're probably just gonna take him out and have Carol Danvers, who becomes Miss Marvel, just become Captain Marvel instead.
If you
that's
Google
what they're gonna
Captain
do.
Marvel, there's a lot
Carol
more of
Danvers,
the woman than there is.
It's Carol Danvers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably just gonna erase Captain Marvel, the Kree, and have Carol Danvers become Captain Marvel instead. Which could be interesting because the Kree created created the Inhumans, so Miss Marvel may be an Inhuman actually. We may see her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Maybe that'd be
that
cool.
might.
Because, I mean, Miss Marvel is heavily tied to the Kree character Captain Marvel. So they're
Yeah.
going to try to hold any kind of thing to that. They're going to have her be an Inhuman probably, because that's all Kree stuff. Unless they have her be a Kree. Because Krees look human, but I don't know how they're going to give them superpowers on Earth.
Who is it?
Captain Marvel.
They could have
Danvers.
done. They could have done what they did in Avengers of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they had that serum.
That serum was that worked a lot on humans, but
Did you get that fucking far last night, John?
Yeah.
Jesus, what episode did you get to?
Wait. I'm still in season 1. I'm only on episode 6.
They start talking about Tahiti, I think, around that time.
I think he's talking about the centipede serum.
Yeah, the centipede serum.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, all right.
I still haven't got past episode 2 yet.
No, I'm still in season 1. I'm gonna watch the rest of it tonight because actually, like right now, my mom's giving me the little like, you need to get off now. I'm like, all right. So I might actually get off and like maybe. Nah. Oh, I gotta get up now. Mom, I'm trying to talk to my friends. Yeah, she's
Look at my
giving me-
friends, Mom.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out, Mom.
No.
Okay, she's giving me a bad look. All right,
Yeah.
You're not worthy. You're not worthy,
I'm
John.
not worthy. I'm not worthy of you guys.
Done.
Okay, you guys later. You guys have a good night. How do I end it? I'm still.
Bye.
All right,
Push
night.
the buttons. Push buttons, man.
That's funny. But yeah, I think we're about at 50 minutes. I think we're gonna call it relatively soon. But the last thing I want to talk about is what did you guys think of the ending of the Avengers? Not the end credit scene, the ending.
The ending. Well, I mean, with the Avengers Assemble thing, with the new team.
Yeah.
Oh, with Vision, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, and Falcon, I think. Yeah.
I'm interested because, like, out of all of them, I'd say Falcon's my favorite character because that guy's awesome. They picked the
Yeah.
perfect guy for Falcon.
Yeah.
He's the human soul of the team, in my opinion. If he's not him, it'd probably be Survivor. It'd be the Vision as the human nature of the team.
Yeah.
I think they thought of giving him a bigger role than they gave him.
They will. I think that it was really cool how they ended that. I really liked that how they started that they're going to introduce a new team. Now this is something that I'm gonna pose to you, Patrick, because I think you're the more comic reader one in this conversation.
Pretty much.
In Civil War in the comics, it was Cap that died, right, or was it Iron Man?
Cap died. He got killed by Crossbones, which actually was Brock Rumlow.
Yeah, he was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he's the guy who got crushed by the building. Like they brought him out the end into the ambulance, and he becomes the villain known as Crossbones, which shoots Captain America in the back with a sniper rifle as he's escalating.
So I'm almost positive I know the answer to it. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be Bucky Barnes who's going to replace Cap. But do you think it could be Falcon as well? Because
actually, no.
Falcon is in the comics.
Falcon didn't try to replace Captain Comics. Before Bucky did it, it was Frank Castle who did it. Because Frank was there. He took the mask and shield off Cap's body. Like, no, not shield. He took the mask. And he saved the shield from the last fight Cap was in. Before he was arrested. He was there and he took the mask and the shield remade himself in Cap's image. And after a huge thing, he meets with Bucky. Him and Bucky meet, and they have a heart-to-heart. They kick each other's asses for practically no reason. I think it's because Bucky was mad that Frank was imposing as Captain America. I think he was a little mad about that. No, Frank basically says, "It's too big for me. I can't handle it. It's too much for me to do." So he gives Bucky the shield and the mask, and just walks away.
Because they're setting it up. I think they're setting it up to be Bucky who replaces Cap in Civil War. But it could, because Falcon is the new Captain America in the comics right now, so it could be both. But I think it's more likely Bucky. And Kat actually asked a question. She said, "Sorry, Kat. I thought I was talking about a different one." She says, "How about that Easter egg at the party where Falcon says he's busy with the missing persons case, i.e., he's talking about Bucky."
But he also adds on to that is avenging's your job. I'm just doing this stuff here.
Yeah,
So if anyone, he probably handed over to Bucky because Bucky's the super soldier. He can handle the responsibilities and the things Cap has to deal with as the superhuman soldier of the team. Falcon, he's badass, but he's not a super soldier.
No,
and
he's just a dude.
He also kind of really doesn't want the job as well.
No, he doesn't.
He's good where he is. He's basically he's not in charge, but he's there to help, keep the team together kind of guy. That's what his role is going to be, I think. Because, they show that he's working at the VA, just helping veterans, keep their shit together and, deal with all the stuff they have to go through. They could probably play on that, have him basically be the counsel of the team. He's just one everyone goes to talk to about all their problems to keep it together. I can see him doing that a lot more than leading the team. And before we cut, I gotta ask about what you guys think of the Deadpool.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's
We're
pretty
in
cool.
the same fucking... Yeah.
Y'all plan that out?
The Deadpool that was finally Marvel garb.
So what does everyone think of the Deadpool trailer and everyone's thoughts on the possible movie they're doing? Because no one knows what they're for.
I didn't see a Deadpool trailer.
It's not possible. They're doing a fucking Deadpool movie.
Yeah, they are
doing
announcing everything.
Yeah, they're doing it, but no one knows what the movie's going to be about right now. We've only seen some leaked images in the trailer.
I'm excited.
What the plot is.
Nat, the trailer he's talking about is I don't think they put out an actual one right now, or at least I haven't seen one, but the one I think you're referring to, the CGI one.
Yeah, it's the CGI test thing that they did years and years ago.
It's test footage to show to Fox, be like, hey, we could make this movie and it would be like this. It was test footage. It leaked out during Comic-Con last year.
Yeah.
Got everybody excited. I did. One of the things I'm excited about. I did see a thing that it's rumored that they're gonna have a X-Men Origins Deadpool and a real Deadpool face off. I think that'd be really fucking funny.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
I like to
God.
see that because a lot of people hate that Deadpool because that's not really a Deadpool. It's
Ryan Reynolds.
Hollywood.
Yeah, like it.
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds both times, but the way they made Deadpool and X-Men Origins was completely not right.
No, they shitted on that one big time.
Yeah,
Big
I will
time.
say this: they did him right until they sewed his mouth shut.
Yeah,
Because the
Fair
wisecracking,
enough.
the martial arts, the swords, that's all Deadpool there. That's 100% him.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
They
But
kinda
in
went
the
off
comics,
the loop.
was he like a whole different gene pool of different mutants?
No, he's not a mutant. He's a human. Like
Yeah, he's a
100%
human. He just got. Didn't he get tested on with the same shit that the healing factor that that Wolverine has, except that he was already too scarred, so he looks still fucked up, but he can heal fast.
And the origin of Deadpool is he was a ex-military. He worked in the Canadian military, the American military. He was a mercenary, like special forces mercenary.
He did like everything, didn't he?
Yeah, he was basically all around like top of the line merc, but he got cancer. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna this is my last shot. You guys, my only hope. Try to fix me. You got all these advanced tech here. Try to fix me. He goes to Weapon X. That is really loud. He goes to the Weapon X facility that created Wolverine.
Yeah.
Logan. And they basically like, oh well, he has so much cancer in him. It's basically the healing factor spread his cancer all over his body and made him look all scarred and fucked up. So let's throw him away. Like after that they discard him. He goes to the second level of the Weapon X facility, which is run by a scientist called Kilbrew. He basically does whatever he wants because no one's gonna mess with him because he's just dealing with the garbage of Weapon X. And everyone that goes down there is basically they call it the Deadpool because everyone's pulling up their bets on who's going to die first in the Deadpool.
Yeah.
So he breaks out, kills everyone, like takes the name Deadpool as his own.
Yeah.
And they kind of have a tie-in to that. Right after he broke out, the guy who was overseeing his experiments personally before they flushed him said, just notices oh, you guys gave him this healing factor. It cured his cancer, and you flushed him down the toilet.
Yeah.
Do you know how much we can make with the cure for cancer? And he basically, everyone that was responsible for it, he had them all executed for being fucking morons.
Yeah, I Deadpool's one of my favorite comic characters to read, just because he breaks the fourth wall all the time. And it's really entertaining.
Yeah.
So to see that in a cinematic form factor and rated R, because it's gonna be ultraviolet, is gonna be a fucking blast.
It will be. And I will say this: Deadpool, when I first got him, he was pretty cool. I mean, he was a badass, but when I first read him, he had this really somber, depressing attitude. Because he's scarred. He's basically Frankenstein. No one wants to hang out with him. He looks like a giant turd. When he takes off his mask, he's never gonna get with a girl, so he's gonna be alone for his entire life.
Yeah.
And they kind of let him wave at it. He's on a high point in his life. He's pretty cheery. He's not depressing. He's actually got friends to hang out with. And also he finds out he had a kid before he was mutated by the Weapon X people. So he has to go to North Korea to find his kids and the girl that had him. And it's oh fuck, it's so depressing. Because they go to North fucking Korea.
I think they might start with that because there were some leaked set photos of Reynolds looking all scarred up and looking kind of angry. Yeah. So they maybe would start with that and then lead into the Deadpool that we know and love.
And the other thing, when Deadpool first got out, he first escaped the Deadpool program, he was absolutely balls off the wall. It's crazy. He first got out, he was healed, he broke out of the hospital, took a pair of hammers, went to a police station, and killed everyone in the police station with a pair of hammers. And I mean, there was actually a reason for it. He was crazy, but the reason that he did it for was the police officers were they were all employees of the Weapon X facility. Like they were all just private cops working for the facilities, disposing bodies from the Deadpool program.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just really interesting. 'Cause we found out about that in the comic book at the very end when he's dealing with the mastermind behind all this. Like, I thought I just killed all those people because I lost my shit. Oh no, but they were all working for us. You knew what you were doing. It's like, so Deadpool's had his shit together the whole time, and it's just been this one guy trying to get his healing factor for some stupid ass reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about time. We talked a lot. We didn't necessarily talk. We didn't necessarily talk specifically about Age of Ultron. I mean, we did, but we also talked about some other stuff that's kind of related to it, and then finished.
Yeah, we talked about a bunch of stuff that's tying in Age of Ultron, and a bunch of future movies that are coming out.
Yeah,
it's more spoilers for stuff that's going to happen.
Yeah, but Age of Ultron, I would give it about a 9.5 out of 10.
Pietro dies, guys.
10 out of 10. Yeah, Pietro dies. That's the bad part. We didn't talk about it at the beginning. Yeah, Quicksilver is the Avenger that dies at the end of Age of Ultron. So
that's actually my second favorite moment in the whole movie is when Quicksilver he's making fun of Hawkeye and he picks up his sister and runs off. Hawkeye just pulls out an arrow.
Yeah.
Nobody would
Yeah. That is my favorite part.
He was okay when I last saw him, and he's
that's what some Ultron had.
Yeah, Ultron was sitting on him. I think that is my favorite part because he was like, no one would know.
No,
do it right now and get away with it.
I saw him. He was fine when I last saw him.
Yeah, but anyway, that's going to be the first episode of our spoilercast series. We'll try to come up with the name.
Did you get the last tweet from Caitlin?
Yes, the Easter eggs, the missing persons case. Yeah, we mentioned that.
Okay.
All right, so to finish it off, Avengers